Okay, so I'm going to show you guys how to turn your sketch into your actual vase. Yesterday we made templates. Some of you are going to or have made the cardboard template. You don't have to. You want it to be 8 to 12 inches tall. This is 12 inches, the ruler. Okay, you are going to decide if you're going to make a smooth vase or an exposed coil vase for yours. So these are the supplies you need. I recommend a banding wheel. I don't have enough for everyone for the whole class. They're in the cabinet over there. Remember, they're 2 parts. If you don't carry them and hold the bottom, they make a much louder noise than that, right? But we'll be doing different things. Some of you will be doing tiles, some of you will be extruding coils, so hopefully we'll be able to share them. It's not 100% necessary that you use the banding wheel, but it's very helpful. Okay. We're going to use a wood board to store our pots on, but the wood board soaks up moisture and we don't want the base to dry as we're building. So you want to take a Ziploc, a medium-sized Ziploc, and put a wood board, these are called ware boards, like a warehouse, W-A-R-E, in here. And then put that aside. And then I'll get some more of these. You want to get a trash liner bag. And what you're going to do, just like we do on the pottery wheel, you're going to put it over your banding wheel. If you don't have a banding wheel, you can just do it on the table. That way, as you're working, you'll put this on top. As you're working, if the bottom is drying out and you're adding more to the top, you can keep the bottom moist. So a little more steps to get started here. I already made you bases and made them leather hard for you. So there are 2 sizes. I recommend most of you will probably be using the small size. They're in the Tupperware containers over there. After you take them out of the Ziploc, please put the Ziploc back. You can reuse those. So if you want a bigger base, that's fine. You're still only going to do 12 inches tall, and you don't want it to go too wide, but you can decide if you want a big base or a small base. So I'm going to start with the small base. So you're going to put that there, and I forgot my slip. Can you get me slip, Nathan? And Marcus, can you, and my tray up there, there's a scoring tool, a needle tool. Can you grab me that? I forgot my tools. So you're going to think, sweetie. You need slip. If the slip's dried out, add a little water or ask me. I'll get you some more. And then your coils. So yesterday, I think only 1 table, because of the fire alarm, had coils made. So we'll take turns with your coils making the alarms. Okay. So you want to keep the coils moist and wrapped at your table, because if you expose them, you got to make more. Thanks so much, sweetie. So can you get me the one with the sharp edges? Oh. Okay. So you want to take and write your name and class shape on the bottom. And then it's not a big deal to smooth the edges, because you're just going to be slipping and scoring on there. But if you want to, you can smooth those leather hard edges. The name goes face down. That way you won't have to try to do it later. And then you can just start off with a smallish coil. So the first few coils that we put on are probably just going to be straight up and down. You can probably get 4 or 5 coils before you need to let it dry. And I only have 1 fan now, but I'm going to buy some more so that it can get to the leather hard stage. If you add more coils onto the pot, it'll flop as you build it, okay? So you basically add some coils, let it get leather hard. You don't necessarily need your template quite yet for the first couple of coils, because you're just building the base on it. So the way you do this is you just slip and score. You scrape that on there. I have to grab a scoring tool. 1 sec, sorry. That's okay, sweetie, I know right there. It's right here. Okay. So you want the serrated edge tool. If you don't slip and score, this thing's coming apart. I'm going to show you the smoothed out vase. You guys can decide if you want the exposed vase. So for the exposed vase, you basically just don't smooth the coils. So you're not only going to slip and score your coil, you also want to slip and score the base. And this is why the banding wheel is so helpful, because you can spin it as you go. All right, so you're going to put the coil on. You can put it on just straight for the first one. And then watch how I cut the coil. You overlap it, you take your needle tool, and on the overlap, can everybody see? You're going to cut it at a 45-degree angle. Take that excess one off and just put it in your bag to recycle later. Take off the extra clay, and then see how nicely that fits on there? and then you want to smooth it. So since I'm making the smooth vase, every coil I add, I'm going to take and smooth. So this is not a fast assignment that you finish in one class period. It takes a while. That's why the due date isn't officially glazed and finished till the end of April. And we do have testing, not next week, but the week after, and some other stuff. So if I'm doing the smooth one, I want to smooth it as I go, like that. And then you'll also smooth the outside. For the outside, you should just use your scoring tool to start. You can use then the smooth end of your scoring tool or just your thumb to smooth it. I'm not going to smooth the whole thing. For the next coil that you add, again, for the first two, I just stack them on top. Then we can start expanding out. You don't want to put the coil matching up in the exact same spot, the same seam. This is the seam, because it creates a weak spot on your base. So the next coil, you want it to meet somewhere else on your coil path. So remember, you overlap it, you cut it at a 45-degree angle, and then you recycle that extra clay. I missed. Okay, and then you slip and score it and smooth and start to build. So today you'll probably get 3, maybe 4 coils. On Monday I'll show you how you can start expanding it and making it go out and in and that kind of thing for the coil base.